Liz, solo. Hey. This is our Liz Pro, and we wanted to talk to you a little bit about the overview of the St. John's art scene. You've been here, I think, what, forever?
Pretty much forever.
Okay, and you're going to be here forever?
No.
Okay, is that the prevalent attitude of artists here?
No, I think there's a really strong sense of being very happy and proud to be working in Newfoundland. There's an awful lot of resources issues here. A lack of access to workspace, presentation space, funding. So I think that's something that we're battling. Also, when resources are reduced, sometimes instead of coming together, people factionalize. Also, St. John's suffers a great deal, in my opinion, from all this hype that's has been created around the trying to boost the tourist industry in Newfoundland, and culture is kind of sort of the work of artists has kind of been a casualty of that, the correct valuation of the work of artists. So I think artists are very proud to be Newfoundland based, to be working here, and to be creating work that reflects Newfoundland. But the frustration with lack of resources, with this whole cultural bullshit really that we're being forced to swallow as a sort of people here, is extremely frustrating, and many artists leave. They leave and they leave and they leave.
So it's a talent drain.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
And as a contemporary artist and contemporary art gallery goer, when I come to St. John's, where should I go?
Well, there are some pretty awesome spaces running. Of course, Eastern Edge Gallery I would always check out.
Yes.
There's some really cool spots in the music scene to check out. CBTG's Distortion. This is where, you know, the shit is happening.
Okay.
Sometimes there's some good shows at the Ship. There will be entertainment, live shows, bands in very many venues. To find the sort of original local bands, those are the venues to check out, the ones I mentioned. Rose and Thistle as well. They're kind of smaller venues. Where else would I go to check out culture in St. John's?
Is there a studio complex?
Oh yes, well around Eastern Edge Gallery there's a whole selection of places to visit in terms of both commercial and contemporary art galleries, and this old building that we're all in. I have a studio in the building as well. Awesome support from the people who run this building, Baird building it is, for arts. So, you know, it isn't all bad news. It's just, as someone who's been here a long time, to watch things, in my opinion, deteriorate as they have in terms of infrastructure. It's quite rough.
I see, yeah. And what about, I mean, it's an island. Is it tough to get the proper kind of supplies, art materials, pursue what you want?
Yeah.
I see a print studio here, which must be a treasure for print artists.
Yes, St. Michael's Print Shop, which is right above Eastern Edge Gallery in that same complex we were talking about, is an awesome resource for visual artists. Visual artists here are quite organized, actually, maybe more organized than a lot of the other kind of disciplines.
Right.
So that is a great resource for printmakers. Definitely, art supplies is an issue here. You know, to get specialized stuff. Also, I work in digital media mostly, and getting access to just some basic tools is sometimes a problem. And you're dealing with now big box stores, and all this stuff is completely taken over. So Future Shop doesn't have it, you know. And if you want to support local, you can't, right? So, and if you're a Macintosh user, you're in a lot of trouble if your computer has a problem, right? So.
Oh, there's no iNewfoundland yet?
No, there's a couple of Mac certified places here, but you know, one of them is Future Shop, right?
Right.
So, you know, there's not a lot of stock, I guess is what I'm saying. So, yeah, I would say definitely if you want something really specialized, if you want a specialized guitar, or, you know, yes, you're going to have a problem. But we do have, I mean, it's not completely, we do have stuff, right? We do have stuff here.
And art schools, would you, are there good art schools in Newfoundland?
I wouldn't know. There is a art school up in Corner Brook. Corner Brook is like 1,000 kilometers away from here.
Okay.
I know they have a theater program, and I believe some media programs, but they're very disconnected from the community here, and I really have no idea if it's a good art school or not.
As an artist...
oh, but I should say,
yeah.
A wonderful place here for arts education in, textiles, visual arts is the Anna Templeton Center. Really great, run an awful lot of programs education-wise, and as well as a certificate program in textiles. So, there are the established entities that have managed to snag space and keep it, have established, like St. Michael's, Eastern Edge, have managed to create great things in their spaces.
And they've been here for quite a while, you can tell, because they seem to be in prime condo development land.
Oh yes.
As happens when places get popular with business and make money. Now, as an artist, artists want to travel and learn and travel to other cultural places. It seems like Newfoundland is easier to get to Europe than it is to get to the rest of Canada, like even Vancouver or places like that. Is that true? Is it easier to get to like England and Europe from here?
Yes, well, I've done a lot of tours, and touring Canada is a mad undertaking, right? It's just so huge and expensive. Yeah, I'd say it's it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other between mainland Canada and Europe, really.
Okay.
It's all they're both kind of equally expensive and distant, especially if you're talking about out west. What's really a problem is how expensive it is to travel within Newfoundland, as well